welcome back everyone. So got a lot going on, almost too much, but I think what we're going to do for this video is we're going to focus on a little bit of tool organization. I've got this cabinet here that I put together, been a few years back, and what I'm going to do is, I'll show you here, I'm going to put it right here. Originally I had this shelf here with all my fluids on it. I'm going to move that and we're going to put it right here up against this center area between the doors. I figured it kind of makes sense to do that, being that you can get to the shelf from both sides but not necessarily the cabinet. So this is a pretty cool thing I want to show you guys too. I built this out of 3-inch conduit and it's to hold all of my grease guns. It works really well. I mean, you need something, you just come out, pull it out and use it. Sorry about that brief interruption there, I had to sneeze. So anyway, I thought that was neat. I got a couple more spaces because I am going to get more grease guns for all this equipment I've got around here. So we're gonna have to move. This is a 292 Chevy inline 6. We're gonna have to move all that out of the way. It's stuck right now, and at some point we'll get around to getting that unfroze and see if we can get it running. So what I'm gonna use that cabinet for is all of my electrical items, like my meters and automotive electrical test kits and stuff like that. Any kind of precision stuff, just more sensitive tools. This is more, as you can see, this is more for my sockets and chisels and all that kind of hammers and more brute stuff. So let's see if we can start getting some stuff moved around here. I'm going to first put this in place. Once it's in place, we'll move that. That is really heavy, and I'll open it up when we're done and I'll show you why. So I'll be right back. All right, that'll work much better. So let's go ahead and move this over to there. All right, we got that put in place, and let me show you why this thing is so heavy. So I needed a toolbox, and I didn't have the money to make one. So, or to buy one, I'm sorry. So what I did was I took some 3/4 inch plywood. That's what this is. Everything is 3/4 inch plywood except the front. I made out of pallet boards. I just glued that on there. But this 3/4 inch plywood here and the whole thing is made out of apple crates. I took apple crate wood apart and ripped it down and made it into what you see here. Let me pull this drawer out here. I put Teflon strips here and there. I also got those for free. Put that back. The cabinet I got for free, it was actually an office cabinet, but it is double walled. It's a very heavy cabinet all by itself. The whole thing is like that, as you can see. It's got sheet metal here, sheet metal there. It's got two layers. So I'm gonna go ahead and start loading this thing up with all of my electrical items, which I have over here. Let's go look at them. I put them in here, but I don't have enough room. So, no, that's not it. But I've got, you know, my infrared thermometer. I've got a meter down here, a power probe. You know, if we open up more of these, I've got primary wire in this drawer. It's all automotive stuff. That's all going to go in there. Heat, shrink tubing, automotive fuses, more automotive fuses. You know, meter leads, cables, test wires, automotive trailer plugs. So all this stuff's going to go in there. And I've also got, see, a little kit here I put together when I used to work on forklifts of random relays, more fuses, switches, breakers, you know, just a whole bunch of different odds and ends, cable straps. What else we got here? So in here, I'm going to throw this stuff in there too. Here we go. I've got this type of stuff that I'm going to put in there. Dial indicator sets. Let's walk over here. These filing cabinets here were also free, and they're not your traditional filing cabinet. I actually made drawers out of these. If you notice on this one, I got small parts kits. I may, if I have room, throw this stuff in there. You know, I've got Zerk fittings and O-rings and brass washers and pins and wire helicoils. You know, just all kinds of odds and ends, random kits, springs. And I may go ahead and throw all that in there. I wouldn't mind actually getting rid of these cabinets. They're not bad, but they take up a lot of space. We'll have to see how it goes. But I'll probably put all of my connectors, my connector kit in there. I've got all of these cases, which are full of specialized tools. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those yet because I've got so many of them that they're overflowing. And I need to find a good way to store all of that stuff. All right, I got it all loaded up. So we'll go through each drawer. I'll kind of show you how I've organized everything. On top here, I've got the dial indicator that was in the office. We have our terminal set, and I put this pop rivet set in here too. Figured it'd be fine. see here. In this drawer, we've got our starter switch here, meter. This is for checking electric fences. It's our thermal gun. A few different spark testers, 12-volt testers here, alternator tester. This back here is a borescope. We've got check engine light tester, power probe, a wiggy, fuse puller. So random stuff here. The next drawer is pretty empty. This is just a blow dryer that I keep around as a heat gun. Folds up real nice and compact. I found that at Goodwill one day and thought it'd be a good thing to have. And then of course calipers and micrometers here. In this drawer I put all of my zip ties, shrink tubing, and electrical tape. In here we've got our test leads, meter leads, you know, automotive type wiring, fuse blocks, you know, oil pressure switch. These are relays. We've got a couple. I keep these around. If you guys ever have a battery charger that goes bad, pull this gauge out of it. Like this one here, this is from a battery charger, and I can tell you that there's been many times I'll plug this in line with something to see how many amps something is drawing. So if you have a bad battery charger, these are a good thing to save out of them. I bought this too this is a 12-volt breaker, 15 amp. I thought it might come in handy for troubleshooting. Just put those leads on the back. In here we've got the primary wire, some wire markers, a couple of good quality farm lights, I guess you'd call them, and some battery terminal cleaners. That's a cleaner. This is a battery terminal spreader, and some Q-tips for cleaning smaller electronic pieces. All right, and here we've got all of our fuses, rubber clamps. This is a battery kill switch, fuses, terminal ends, more relays and stuff. I think we went over that. In here we've got all of our wire loom, different sizes, anything from 1/4 all the way up to 1. In here I've got my timing gun, battery load tester. This is just a heater, 12-volt heater. And then last but not least, in here I've got a little bit of wiring. This I'll probably never use, it just stuck it in here. We've got a 750 watt power inverter, and then all of these are a 2 amp battery maintainer, because I have quite a bit of equipment that needs to be maintained. It hasn't been cold enough this year really to put these on, so they're in the drawer for right now. And then up on top here I've got my 3/4 socket sets. I believe I've got 1 metric and 2 SAE. We've got the diesel compression set, oil pressure set, leak down kit, and your standard compression test kit for your gasoline, propane type engines. And then I was over here and I did do a little bit of organizing to all these cases. I got tired of pulling them out, looking at them, pulling them out, looking at them. So what I did is I just wrote on here what everything is. I can look at it at a glance. I think I gotta, with these black cases, get a white marker or something. This is an exhaust pipe expander kit there. So that's kind of where I'm at. On my generator here, I've got a couple boxes of tools I got to go through. These are all a bunch of relays, and I got some tools in here, more parts, springs, and this here is for slip fittings. So I got to go through all this stuff. I got a paint gun. I brought all this stuff home from work because this is a nice little hammer. It's a little brass thing. But I brought all this home from work because I don't use it there. So no sense in having it. Might as well bring it here where I might use it. I also had this at work. Don't use that either there. So anyways, I don't know if you guys got any ideas out of this, but I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. See you later.